Good morning. Cynthia here, and I'm just sitting out with my painting, having a cup of tea, finishing breakfast. And this is what I do with my paintings. I sit or I stand or I lay in front of them and I see what they tell me. What's next? What's next? So I have a contemplation for those that are wanting to continue the journey of this canvas. And it's that contemplation on what are you holding on to? Or what do you hold? It might be what holds you. It might be that you think you're holding something, but it's actually got a hold of you. So they become the ties that bind or stagnate us in a particular way or development. Now, these things don't need to be, a negative as such, or, something to be seen as no good. They could simply be things that you've outgrown, or that you've changed direction and they no longer serve you as efficiently as something else could. Because in this process, we've looked at what we want to purge, those deep aspects of self that some might call wound or trauma, or how we perceive something to be impacting our lives detrimentally. So we've purged those. We've written underneath these layers upon layer upon layer upon layer of paint, we've written your contributions, what you wanted to share. We've transformed them through the alchemy of writing what you're purging and letting go, releasing in the center point of the vortex. And in doing so, you can see the purple lightning bolts, or the process of that center reaching a particular state, or as in a crucible, reaching a particular temperature and shooting and throwing this molten or transformed or alchemized information out to the perimeters. So if you visualize or contemplate something that you want to purge, that it's been transformed and thrown to the perimeters of your I was going to say psyche, but mind, or however you want to visualize that. It could be the outskirts of the energy bodies, the farthest energy body, however you want to visualize that. Or in this case, thrown from the birthing place, or the nebula nursery, thrown to the edges of that galaxy. And then what is at the edges of that galaxy, your galaxy or your universe. What's out there? What are those arms that are reaching to the perimeters of what you know or who you are? What are they touching on? So this contemplation is about, what are you holding that might be preventing that knowing or that understanding or that next step or that space? Is there something that you're holding that's taking space that could be better utilized for something else? So if I look around my home, there's numerous things, because it seems like I've had so many lives or so many different careers and so many different, I juggle so many different aspects of the self all at once. So, you know, I have a clinic space, I have a studio space, you know, I have spaces where I create what some might call altars, or little shrines of, you know, decorative or meaningful little objects. But are they still serving, or are they just taking space? What are you holding on to that may need to move on to a new home? Another way of looking at it, which comes up regularly with my work and my clients, is the belief systems that we hold on to. So these aren't necessarily objects. So do you have beliefs that actually restrict your movement within the world? How you move through or in or around or with the world? Is there a belief that you have to be a certain way? You have to look a certain way? You have to be a certain gender? Or your ways of interacting are slightly different? Your language, how you express, may be seen as different. You may not speak as fluently as you would like, and there may be a belief that to be a speaker you need to communicate fluently, effectively. Because I can shoot that one out straight away, that if I kept that belief, which I have had, it's one of mine that I used to just dream of one day being able to communicate succinctly or effectively what I experience and what I know. And if I kept that belief, I would not be doing the work that I'm doing, and I would not have assisted people and animals and the globe in the way that I have so far. So my little steps in changing a belief or letting it go, and as you do that, you move more freely. So I'm going to refrain from saying you move forward, because it's not necessarily about moving forward. Growth is not necessarily in a forward trajectory. So what are you holding on to? Something physical. We've just got, I'll just show you. I just wanted to show you the rooster and the hen coming down. I don't know where the rest of them are. Anyway. So having a cup of tea. Keep breaking up, so we'll just see. The internet's not really very good, but that's basically what I wanted to say. Was we're up to the process of reflecting on what we're holding on to that may just be taking up. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just is taking up energy that could be utilised more effectively. So the internet keeps dropping in and out, so I might say see you later, and that's where we're up to. And then we're going to bring some light to it, so I'll check in. But let me know. So go back and listen. And if you want to be part of the next process of this canvas, then type in, what have you been holding on to, or what are you holding on to that you're ready to let go of, whether it's a physical thing, like a material thing, or a belief that no longer serves. It's just time to shift that. Okay. So I'll leave you with that. Have a wonderful day. Bye.